back to my channel. Welcome to a little bit of a different vlog, to be honest, a little bit of a different video, because today I'm actually getting composite bonding done on my teeth, and I kind of wanted to do this as a separate vlog because I know that I'm going to get quite a lot of questions about this kind of at the time and also in the future, so it's something that I want to have on my channel for a reference point for other people and to like answer any questions you guys have. But I want to document the process. You guys probably know by now that I'm super transparent, like there isn't really anything to hide. I really am conscious of putting the wrong message across. I'm not saying that you guys should have this done for any reason at all, like this is something just personal to me, to be honest. So if you're new to my channel, do subscribe down below. My name is Molly and I'm going to give you a tiny backstory kind of as to why I'm having it. Gonna do a close-up of my teeth. As you can see here, they're not straight at the bottom. They have never been straight at the bottom, and I have never chipped my teeth. These are just my natural teeth, and it is something that actually I am quite insecure about. It's not something that like bothers me every single day, but I didn't really think that I could have it fixed because I'd actually never heard of composite bonding. And then my friend had it done and I was like, oh my god, your teeth look amazing. And he was like, yeah, I've had them composite bonded, because he had a similar thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, where can you get that done? How much does that cost? And I'm gonna go through like the actual process afterwards and like the price and how long it took and if it hurt and that kind of stuff, obviously after I've had it done. The main reason for me is because it is something that I'm very aware of. Every time I smile in photos, I try my very best to like hide the bottom of my teeth because I just don't like them. Also, I've had constant work done to my teeth throughout my whole life. I had braces for literally 2.5 years. Then I had retainers, then I had Invisalign, and it has been a constant battle because my natural teeth aren't straight. I have such wonky teeth naturally. I'm going to insert some photos of my natural teeth before I had braces, and then also some photos that you can really notice what I'm talking about, because the bottom of my teeth are just not straight and I don't like them. And I know tons of people are going to be like, I've watched you for years and never even noticed, and that's totally fine because this is something that I notice about myself pretty much every single day, and this is something that I have thought about for a long time. I've not rushed into this. I've gone back and forth to the dentist, and every single time I've been like, yeah, I'm just gonna think about it, I'm just gonna think about it. And then we booked a date in, and today is that date and I'm gonna go and have it done. So I'm gonna bring you with me. Yeah, I just want to document the process because I think it's interesting, because I think it's fun, and because, you know, it might be informative, it might be helpful. Say goodbye to the wonky bottomed teeth. The teeth I'm having work done to are the front 4, because these are the 4 that have grown with like, I mean, there is a name for it, there is a term for it, but like I'm just gonna say wiggly bottoms. My boyfriend is picking me up now to drive me to the dentist because it actually takes quite a while and there's nowhere to park. A little bit nervous, although as I said, because I've had so much work done in the past, the dentist isn't something that actually really worries me anymore, so we're just gonna get going. This is a weird video. What a day. So I'm with Tom and he's cracking up because at the dentist that I go to, it's called Perfect 32, or the dentist that I've gone to for this, you have to ring up when you get here to like say that you're here so that you can get let in the building. And my appointment's at 2:30, which is just jokes because it's a dentist and it's like 2:30. So I just rang up and I was like, hi, I've got an appointment at 2:30. And it just sounded jokes. And Tom started laughing, and then I was trying not to laugh on the phone because I was like, I don't want to be rude. But I'm sure they get that every time they have an appointment at 2:30. I should have said 2:30. Why didn't I say that?
Because 2:30 is funny.
Right, I'm going in now. I'm a little bit nervous, but I did also Google, as I said, that it shouldn't hurt because there's no like nothing's going into my gums, nothing's going like into my teeth.
Touching any nerves.
No, that's what it says. No nerve endings, and also no like drilling, no injections. So like all in all, pretty painless procedure. I'm just a bit nervous because I think it's going to take ages.
I bet you get jaw ache.
Yeah.
You have to sit there like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
For like 4 hours.
But then because it's just my top teeth, I could just be like... Right, I'm not going to show you them properly, so I'm going to put my hand here. Also, they're not done. I have to go back next Tuesday, a week today.
Your hand isn't covering.
My hand is covering.
Not on that bit, was it?
Yeah, it is. But I told a total lie, guys. It is not painless. I don't want to put you off. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it was like terribly painful. Like I've had worse pain. But it was uncomfortable. For like 3 hours. 3.5 hours to 4 hours. I've been a while, haven't I?
You've been... Yeah, 4 hours since I dropped you off.
Yeah. 4 hours of uncomfortable mouth experience. I think it's gonna be worth it. Right now I feel exhausted and I've never had worse jaw ache in my life. We're back, and it has actually been a week since I last spoke to you. I feel unnerved because you sat right next to me. The reason that I haven't done an update and the reason that I haven't really shown you properly yet is because I'm actually going back to the dentist today, because there's like a 3 to 7 day kind of like grace period, cooling off period, where your teeth actually have to like settle. I didn't know this, but obviously I don't really know much about being a dentist. I'm actually about to head back to the dentist to have them fully finished off, but the best way they both explained it, the people that have done my teeth have been absolutely lovely. Explained it so that basically the teeth take that amount of time for them to go back to their natural colour because of how the procedure is done. They actually cut off the water supply from your gums to your teeth, and there was like some science behind it that I didn't fully understand, but it takes a few days for your teeth to return back to their natural shade of white, and then they have to finish the procedure by like polishing them, finishing it off and stuff like that. This is a very thorough way of doing it. I definitely think there are more cosmetic ways of doing this. I'm really happy with that, and I'm absolutely fine to go back today. So it is now Tuesday the 28th of September, and I'm going for my final appointment. I am back from the dentist. It is now Wednesday the 29th, and we are all done. Every single bit of my treatment has been completed. I actually started this whole process back in around April or May, I think. It's been a while. I think that obviously the whole thing was kind of slowed down because of the pandemic, to be honest. Like so many people are booking dentist appointments that they're very backdated, so it did take a little bit longer. So it took in total, I'm not gonna lie, about 5.5 hours to have this treatment done, which I think is a big thing that I kind of wish I'd known at the beginning. It wouldn't have put me off, but I kind of just thought it was gonna take like an hour. I was wrong. There are a lot of skills involved in this, clearly, obviously. So essentially how it works is composites are not the same as veneers. So I had a few people DM me on Instagram, some of you guys that have been like super eagle-eyed that have actually noticed already, because I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of people have not noticed. Like, I mean, in my real life as well, like my brother didn't notice, my friends haven't really noticed, unless I've obviously pointed out and told them, which I actually quite like. I haven't had this done to be really showy and be like, oh, look at me, look at my teeth, like that's not it at all. Composite bonding is basically where they bond resin, that's the word, to your teeth that are already there. So they don't cut your teeth down, nothing like that. Like my teeth are still my teeth underneath this. They did have to like kind of file them a little bit just to have like an even base, like an even starting point, but this was nothing that was painful. There was no cutting involved at all. The thought of having veneers actually scares me, because the thought of having your teeth cut sounds like one of the most painful things that you could have done. I'm sure that it's not, people have it all the time, but that's just a no from me. But composites are slightly cheaper, they don't last for as long, but they're probably a better option if you only need like minor work doing, which is luckily what I did. I didn't have any like crazy major issues, and obviously they had to bond this resin to my teeth in a shape that we had already previously agreed. So I'd been back and forth for about 6 consultations before I actually had the treatment done, and in the last one I actually had all of the molds and the mock-ups done to see the exact shape that I wanted. Like I say guys, they were so thorough. I literally cannot recommend them enough. They're called Perfect 32. The clinic is in Beverley, but honestly if you live in the north and you're thinking of having this done, I actually really think it's worth traveling to this clinic, because they have some of the best dentists around, but also they're so thorough. It's worth paying, which is why I went to this place. Like, so yeah, filed my teeth down, that was fine, and they then kind of like cut the circulation off to your teeth from your gums, which is what I spoke about yesterday, and this was the painful bit. They use this kind of like sheet, that's the best way I can describe it, this kind of like latex sheet. The sheet kind of stopped the water supply from my gums down to my teeth. I really hope I'm getting this right. So obviously there were stages, and this was what took a while, because they were building up the resin and the composite super thoroughly, one layer letting it set, filing it, one layer letting it set, so that my teeth were built up and they're really strong, and they just feel like exactly the same as my actual teeth. Like I cannot feel a difference at all. Oh, something I will just add here, actually I just remembered, at the beginning of this whole procedure, so they basically asked me if I wanted to go under like local anesthetic, so obviously where they like numb your mouth with an injection, and my dentist was like, about 50% of people take the numbing injection, whatever it was called, and we can do that for you if you want, but like quite a lot of people can withstand the pain. It's not like super painful. Obviously the work they're doing isn't nerve work, it's not root work. Like they weren't doing anything to the top of my gums, so I kind of was like, no, I won't take any numbing injections, any numbing cream, anything, because I didn't want my mouth to be numb. I didn't want to come out of the dentist and not be able to talk, not be able to eat. Like I've seen my mum after going to the dentist and having a local anesthetic, and I was like, no thank you, I don't want that, I'll just deal with the pain. Can't lie to you, I do sort of wish I'd had that because it's not a comfortable experience. I'm not going to say that it's painful because like it wasn't painful, it just wasn't a comfortable experience. You're there for such a long time and your mouth is open for so long that I had really bad jaw ache and like jaw cramp, to be honest. Obviously he said like 50% of people do, 50% of people don't. It's just dependent on like your pain threshold. But now in hindsight, if I did this again, I probably would take him up on that. I had to leave it for a week so that they kind of like set and went back to their natural colour. I had the colour of the composite matched to my natural teeth exactly, so I did not have any whitening done to my teeth. So yeah, that is pretty much where we left it. And then you guys saw me yesterday. I went back yesterday and I had my teeth like buffed up and like polished, and then I had them buffed up with a diamond paste, which is actually so cool because obviously diamond kind of like makes things shine. So like it's like really fine diamond in this like ground up paste, and they put it on your teeth and they buff your teeth with it just so that there's no like obvious joins between your natural tooth and the composite. So yeah, I'm going to show you a close-up. So as you can see, this is what my teeth look like now. I'm going to put a side by side as to what they look like before so that you can really see a close-up difference, because I feel like that is when you can tell. Obviously to me this is something that's really obvious because I noticed it every single time I looked in the mirror. Of course, you are your own worst enemy, you're your own worst critic. So yeah, cost. I know loads of you are gonna ask the cost of this. So in total I paid £1,200, so like £1,200 for the actual composites, but I did pay probably another 200 or 300 on top of that for all of the like pre-consultations, but that was months ago, so I have kind of like put that in a separate box in my head, if that makes sense. Total I would say probably about 1,500, which obviously I know is a lot of money, but you know, it's my money, I wanted to spend it. I'm not going to sit and justify why I felt like that was fine, but I am just going to say if you shop around you will get hugely different figures depending on where you're going. And this goes back to what I was saying about picking somewhere that I knew was going to be the best and exactly what I wanted, and that were going to be happy for me to go, no, do it again, no, I don't like that, do it again, because I wanted to get it right. So that is why I was happy to pay a little bit more. Basically it's £300 per tooth, so obviously if you're going in and you've got an issue with just one tooth, if you've chipped a tooth or cracked a tooth, that would have only been 300. I did price up and just like mock up the front two, and I did nearly go for that, so that would have been 600, but they just looked a little bit odd on their own, and I kind of thought we've already gone through all of this, we may as well just get them done now. But yeah, I just wanted to be totally transparent with you because I have been asked a lot on Instagram like, what did that cost, what did it cost? Yeah, as I say, shop around, you probably can get it cheaper and you probably can get the exact same quality for less money, but this was convenient for me in so many ways because it's right on my doorstep. I live in this town, I didn't have to travel, and the dentists were incredibly good. A huge shout out to the team at Perfect 32 in Beverley. They were really great. I recommend them. If you go there, tell them I said hello, tell them I sent you. Oh, the only other thing that I'm going to throw in here as well, guys, is that composites tend to last between 5 to 10 years depending on how well you look after them. Yeah, unless they get chipped, and they are easier to chip than normal teeth, obviously, because they're not bone, they're like resin. There's no reason why they won't last up to 10 years. I think that that's really good when you consider the price you've paid, but over a 10-year period. To be honest, this is the most money I've ever spent on myself on anything. I've never bought anything more expensive than this other than like my car. So I don't feel bad about it, but I did also want to document it. We're here, we've got fresh teeth. I really like them, to be honest. When I look at myself, I do feel a lot more confident. I feel like this is how I've wanted my teeth to be my whole entire life, and it's been a battle to get here. It's been a journey. But yeah, the only thing left now that I had to go to pick up today was my retainer. I obviously had to go to have new retainers molded, had some final photos done, also had some photos with the staff, which I will insert here because they were all so lovely. Literally, you can't fault the treatment, guys. Every time I went, they played Taylor Swift for me because they knew I was a Taylor Swift fan. Like, that's what you're paying for, do you know what I mean? So even though it took a while, I was having a Taylor Swift concert. If you have any other questions, please do let me know down below. As I said at the beginning, and I really just want to hammer home, this is not something that I'm trying to like promote. I shall be back on my channel very soon. Hopefully you found this helpful in some way. If you are looking at getting composites done yourself and you found this video because you're searching for it, hi, please do subscribe to my channel. I do other kind of content, usually vlogs, stuff like that. But also similarly, if you're watching this because you're thinking of getting them and you've got any other questions, let me know down below. Other than that, I should be back on my channel this weekend with a weekly vlog, and I shall see you guys very soon. Bye!